anything to lose. You know, what do they have to lose? You know, what does Rutgers have to lose? So, you know, teams are going to try to do different things against us that they are not showing on film, or, you know, just trying to take us out of our game. You know, like we saw what happened with Saquon, you know.
Oh, okay,
yeah, Barkley, he had a career high 33 carries. You know, that's the most he's ever had, and he only had 58 yards. You know, so I think we're seeing that teams are going to take shots at us now because we are a top 10 team. You know, we are ranked now. So I think now we're seeing that. But I definitely want to commend the team. Obviously, you know, we were down 10 points in the third quarter, and we ended up outscoring Indiana 31-7 in the final 16 minutes of the game. So, you know, I just know as a coach, you know, it's not always pretty, but you know, you still got the job done. You know, so I look at I look at the bottom line, and you know, you guys got the job done. So.
Well, a win's a win.
What do you
win,
guys
so
think?
we should be thankful.
I'm jumping there on you right now. Yaacov, I think the guys played well. There's a couple things I'm concerned about, but not because of how they played. I think they played well because they had to deal with the different, you know, elements in terms of, you know, the hostile crowd and so on, being on the road. I like how they played. I like how they fought. I like how they overcame their adversity and so on, how they stuck together. You know, that's always been my thing. But what I don't like about it is so far between the road games that we played, we struggled from the beginning. I think that's going to hurt us. We play well when we have, you know, a whiteout game, night game, the height, the situation around us and so on. We play strong. We play great as a team. And taking nothing away from this win that we just had, I think we played great as a team. But I think in the first half, first three quarters for the most part, like you said, we were down and we was trying to play catch up. When we play our bowl game, no matter where it is, I don't think we can afford to be down. Because most of the times when we trail versus lesser teams. And if we're gonna be a top 10, you know, team squad like we have been right now and like we are right now, we're gonna play a top 10 team. Especially when bowl time comes. So I guess I'm not really worried about the Indiana game for the most part. More than I'm worried about looking towards the future and so on, looking towards as we go down the road. Because it's just like what you said, the teams that we play, they ain't gonna have anything to lose. They're gonna all want to do what we did to Ohio State, knock them off and try to make a name for ourselves. Try to have an upset and everything else and so on. Now the difference between us versus a Michigan, Ohio State, or so on, or these teams that lost this weekend, is because I'm saying, based off of who lost, we should be ranked higher than what we are right now. I think we're 8th right now, and I was hoping that we'll be, at least 5 or 6, based off of how many people lost. But if you look, if Penn State lost that game this week, we wouldn't be in the top 10, which I understand. But even if we lose right now, let's say we lose this weekend, right? I mean, God forbid, or so on, but, it's a game. So let's say we lose this weekend. Penn State is going to be out of the top 10. We're not powerhouses yet, like Michigan. We haven't earned the BTS respect and the people who, pick the top 25 and so on. We haven't earned their respect yet. And so for us to, let's say we lose, I think we're going to drop to at least 19 or 20. If we can get out of there, they'll get us out of there. So I just think we need to do just a little bit more just to continue to earn our respect. But then we also have to put it together so when we're on the road, ball game wise, we're not sitting over there looking crazy because we're starting slow and we're going against a top 10 team or a top 15 team, given that when that time comes. What do you think, big dude?
Well, I think I'm with both you and Yaacov. I mean, I think that, we do have a lot to lose, but I just want to say again to all those people on Facebook and all these other non-believers, man, Coach Franklin, man, listen, he's getting it done. Sometimes you win the right game. That's what I used to say, to win the right game at the right time. I had no idea what he was talking about. I know he meant that Ohio State game was the right game at the right time. And he said, you keep, working hard and good things will happen. And I think good things have happened to this team that people counted out after we got blasted by Michigan. And people have to understand something. We have 75 freshmen and sophomores. Mm-hmm. That is absolutely incredible. So you're right. We wouldn't know to be a power yet. We had to learn how to struggle last week. People don't understand. We are down now. Not one, not two, not three. We're down 4 offensive tackles. I have never, ever been on a team that's been down 4. And then Connor McGovern, who goes in at left tackle and does a yeoman's job, he may not play this week. So, and I think reading the press conference notes that many of us were sent, they're trying to talk about who's not redshirting anymore. We never face those different things. So I'm with you, Jimmy and Yaacov. Do what we got to do to get out of Rutgers. I think we can take it to them. Rutgers will probably make some big plays because that's the type of game it is. But, we just had, last week, us bearing down regardless of what happens and them not looking at what yards Barkley had. But Barkley, as we saw, turning the accelerator on and running that last guy over. That's Penn State football. He didn't have a great game. He didn't have other stuff. And guess what? I had to give it to their D-line. Their D-line balled out.
Yeah, their D-line was balling.
Yeah, 93, whoever he is, man, he's not quite the truth, but 93 was doing work out there, and it's I'm just glad, though, they were up for the battle. I'm glad that, when you start to look at all the people that we lost, we lost, who is it? Yeah, we lost our guard. So we've lost a lot of people, man, and we had people come in, and then we came off the bench because we weren't too sure what was going to happen with some of our other folks. But they came off the bench, did what they were supposed to do, especially Derek Downey. Derek Downey's a senior, a graduate student. He had been cut down on his reps. And somebody had just asked in a press conference after they had just asked about him, like, why isn't he, playing? And Coach Franklin just said, hey, everybody else is playing well, and he's not going to get the same number of reps as, because the other dudes were playing better. But again, just people recognizing where opportunity is, and then, like I said, that defense, regardless of what happens, and that's what I like what the defense did. Regardless of what happens, they tightened up at the right time. So exactly. I'm happy about this ranking for Coach Franklin, the team, and anybody else that's there. People that even made comments about bringing in Les Miles. God bless him. Les Miles, good coach. He gets let go at LSU, and you don't bring people in, and it's just instant magic. We have to be able to turn this Penn State program around. In the beginning, we were very, very stringent on this team about the Penn State way. Well, what I can tell you is they are working hard to establish that, and they're getting there. So that's where I'm at.
Well said, big dude. I appreciate that. I think Penn State here, all things considered, and Coach Franklin being a Pennsylvania guy with a Penn State heart all his life is doing everything right. And regardless of how things are going here, he's all about the tradition. So I welcome everything that he's done so far, and I have no criticism here. This idea of bringing in another coach from somewhere else, they don't know Penn State. I don't think like Coach Franklin does. But, this Rutgers team here, they're 2-8 in the Big Ten, 0-7 in the East. Last weekend here, man, Michigan State spanked them 49-0. So now you think
we're having a hard time hearing you, man.
I said,
it looks like there's a loss of connection.
Well, it is.
I'm actually holding my cell phone up here, so you can hear me because this microphone
may be broadcasting
out through radio and on the internet, but
you guys aren't getting it. So I'm using my cell
phone on the conference line.
Okay, great.
So
hopefully you can hear me. Yeah. You talked about Rutgers getting blasted 49-0, and they did. And Dummy Me picked them. Of course, the one time I'm thinking they're going to turn around and do something. And who knows, man, Jimmy probably took the lead on me on that. I don't know.
Glad, yes.
Well, I saw that.
Let's get the breakdown, Skip. How do we make out?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's our numbers.
Guys.
All right. The Grizz,
Jimmy.
He is
He is at 75%.
Jimmy.
And he's
you are now grooving pretty good. You are now grooving.
Yeah,
I did last week. Yeah.
Last week,
Last week, Stephen was your worst week.
Yeah,
I like it.
You missed three.
You missed three?
You missed three.
You missed three. Yeah, you killed yourself. You were kicking them all year.
But
the West Coast guys only missed one, and that was the Michigan game with Iowa.
Yeah,
so not bad.
Okay. And Yaacov,
he's
right in there.
He's right in there
with you at 78%.
Yaacov, you're leading everybody now.
Wow.
Hey, Big Dude.
Where's Big Dude?
Yeah.
Don't think about it too much.
I like that. Hey, listen, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, well, Stephanie,
you're right in there at 76%.
And I'm actually
going to everybody at 73.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, in the bottom.
We're all neck and neck, though. We're probably a game within a game.
Well, we are.
Got
here at the end.
It comes close. Big Dude made it really possible for all of us because
he blew it
up bad last week.
Hey, Big Dude, fuck it off. That's going to be the difference right now, Big Dude. Fuck it off. Yeah, it is, man.
Well, it'll be fun
when we get to take the balls for everybody.
Man. I'm going on the season this week, man. I'm not even worried about it.
Yeah, it sounds good. We're gonna fix that. I got the printout right here for us. So we're on for
people out there watching.
I can see.
Yeah. We can do it now.
We'll get it here shortly.
Look at Rutgers.
Rutgers season. They've really had a difficult time this year.
They want to.
I can tell you now. They're going to be up to this. This is going to be the what do they call it? Red out, gray out, or blackout. I don't know what they call it down there.
What do they call it?
What do they call it down there?
I don't know.
Red out.
My daughter went there, man. My daughter went there, and I just couldn't bring myself to pay no money to go see them jokers, man. I just couldn't do it. So I'm sorry, man. People can say what they want to say, man. And I thought about it, and it used to be. I was like, hey, what? You got to be kidding.
Yeah.
I played the high school all-star game in that stadium, but I mean, that's about it.
That's it.
The old one, actually, the old one.
Well, think about it.
Last week coming off of Michigan State with
not scoring any points,
49-0.
Wow. Okay. In front of
73,000 people last week.
It's going to be painful.
For them.
I think they're going to do
all they can
to try to knock
Penn State off.
And us being in a
situation we are, the injuries we have. I got the press release like you guys did too.
Possible guys
coming off redshirt, whatever. I mean, it's not going to be an easy win. I think we have the talent to do it,
but it's going to
not be an easy game for us.
No.
Say, Jimmy?
Is it a night game? What time is this game?
Oh, yes, night
game.
8 o'clock kickoff.
I think that's better for us, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree.
I think if it was a 12 o'clock game, I'd be worried. You know.
Well. One thing, Coach Franklin mentioned. He said that it's good if you're home team for the night game, but when you're the away team, it affects us for Michigan State because they practice on Sundays and they probably won't get home because they're actually taking a bus to the game. He announced that they were taking the bus because they were debating if they were going to fly one way or bus one way or how they were going to do it, but they decided that they were going to bus it. So he just said that is one of the effects of having a night game is that it's going to affect their Sunday practice because they're going to get home Sunday morning sometime.
Yeah, those buses are just nasty.
I don't know how nice I hate those bus rides, man. See, y'all don't even know, man. See, we was back in the day, man, where if you went to Notre Dame or you went to Alabama, man, that plane went as far as Harrisburg, and that's it. We had to take the and yeah, that was crazy. We had to drive from Harrisburg.
Right. Still an hour and a half.
Hey, Jimmy, as we say, that was ignorant.
That's before they could
land planes up here. Jimmy, it's a long time ago we're talking about.
Nah, I remember the runway was too small.
Yeah,
man. We had to eat those soggy sandwiches.
Keep in mind, before I started, they were talking about doing the extension. I was like, I gotta do that, man. Harrisburg about 2 hours away. I can't take a blue bus.
Oh, well,
let's say the bus trips are horrible, man, because the seats are like made for munchkins, you know?
Imagine when you're 6'7", man.
Watch out, big dude, man. I don't know how you could survive it.
That's a sedate.
I was a little smaller then, too.
Your knees had to be banging.
Yeah, they were. Now it's everything else, man. I might need hip replacement after one of them rides.
Oh, man. I feel that's a
long time. That's the record. That's like about 7 hours?
No.
You stayed out 80?
I think it's about 5, maybe. What, about 3?
Maybe 4.5.
What, he's flying 80 mile an hour or what?
No, you're talking about 4.5. If you go straight through, you're talking about 4.5.
Okay.
They go. Hold on, they might give him a police escort to the border.
Yeah, I think that's where I live.
Hey, I remember the police escorts, Joe. He said, "Get out of the way!" We're going to play Maryland. This guy
What did you come in with escorts? Did you notice that? They had. I know when Alabama came here, they had the Alabama troopers lead them up on the way.
Yes, they did. It was real tough, man.
Yeah, they were no joke.
Yeah, they were no joke about that from some South teams.
I wanted.
Yeah.
What's up, Yaacov?
I just wanted to jump in here real quick. It was something that I really liked about Coach Franklin that he mentioned, because I guess a lot of times when he'll go to the press conferences, they'll ask him questions about the prior game or the game after, and he always says that he just deals with the present. And he kind of reiterated that because he was getting questions asked about Michigan, and I'm trying to think of what the other team was. It was Michigan and maybe Iowa. Yeah, maybe it was Michigan and Iowa. And he said that when he deals with his team, he only deals with the present, and then he only deals with themselves. Like, he doesn't waste time on scenarios and all these other things. And, he just focuses on the present and then themselves. And that's it, so he was saying, like, it's Rutgers. And he was like, he kept repeating that. And, he was like, that's the only thing that that we talk about as a team is the present and ourselves. We don't talk about the past game. We don't talk about the future game. We don't talk about other teams, other scenarios. So I thought that was really, really neat. Like, I felt like, that if they could stay true to that they'll be focused. I thought that was great. So I just wanted to share that.
He took that straight out of Bill Belichick's book.
He did. He sure did.
Yeah, man. He talked about that he did for the Packers. He was talking about that as well. I think he was a receivers coach for the Packers.
Okay, I knew he was in the NFL. I just couldn't remember.
Yeah, he was a receivers coach. So,
I wanted to kind of deviate a little bit tonight and talk about some of what's been shaking up here in the Big Ten and some of these
knockoff games.
What we're looking at here, the season's winding out.
Yeah.
I mean, what about
that? I'm sure you guys watched the Michigan-Iowa game, right?
Yeah, I was actually, my son-in-law was boxing, so I didn't get a chance to see it all. But when I looked at the update to the score, I just kept saying to myself, something's got to be wrong. This has got to be the wrong game. I said, you know what? I must have it on BTN to go or something. It's baseball or soccer. I said, whoa, there is no way. I was like, yeah. And being able to see some of the highlights is just incredible, the way that Iowa just transformed. Incredible.
Well, from us
kicking the snot out of them to
beating Michigan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as it's a week late. I'd rather have a week late. I was happy about that.
That's true. That's true, because if we lost to them, who knows how they would have came out. But Jimmy, I gotta give it to you, and I even gotta give you extra points, man. You had Penn State winning by 14 points, 17. And I'm like, wow, you had a lot of confidence in that win, and I thought we would win by 14. Wow, 41-14. It's quite a win. And looking at also Clemson as well, man. You know, I just think there's a bunch of mess, man. Them guys not dropping. I mean, that's crazy.
Well,
they're hardly dropped.
I'm surprised.
It hasn't broken up in higher than what they've been ranked.
Yeah. Well, they're just so inconsistent, though.
Yeah, you talking about the top 25?
Yeah.
It's, you know how it goes. Man,
What's that?
Only thing that's working out for me in my favor is early in the year. Remember, I picked Clemson to play for the national title. Remember that?
Yeah. I picked Florida State, and I was wrong. Yeah. I thought Florida State would have hung in there, but no, let me tell you something. It was a good pick. I can't say that it wasn't, because you expect them to, take care of business. I mean, you really do when you start taking a look at the playoffs. I just don't know where the committee is on a lot of this stuff, man, about why they wouldn't drop me. That just does not. I just don't get it. Maybe y'all can tell me. I don't.
You can tell me.
Sympathy.
And it's got to be. And to be honest with, well, Jimmy, you're the money man. Well, I'm telling you, I mean, in terms of this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying in terms of you're the money man. What's the term in sociology? I forgot what it's called, but you base a lot of theory on finance, and you're right. And to me, I think that committee was influenced on who they want there. They don't want people too far away. Yeah.
That could be. One team has been consistent
is
winning anyway.
Is Alabama.
Yeah.
Tide's rolling.
Yeah, Alabama deserves everything they're getting right now.
Oh, yeah, they're getting it done.
Yeah, but they're not getting anything less than number one in ranking anyway, so it's fine.
No.
The problem is the shakeup that starts from 2 on down.
Right. Well, they have a dangerous game, and again, they should be able to handle Auburn. Their most dangerous game every year is just what they call the Iron Bowl. I think that's their most dangerous game.
That's the last game.
That's the last game of the season, isn't it?
What's that?
Is that the last game?
Is that the last game of the season for them?
I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know.
Looking how the Big
Ten's going to shake out.
What's this going to
do? I mean,
here we beat Ohio State. Michigan beat
us.
We beat Iowa.
But
I would beat
Michigan.
Yeah, this is their last game. Yeah, it is their last game. Well, the last game, I'm sorry, is the 26th against Auburn. That's right. Right. They got Tennessee, Chattanooga this week, and then Auburn.
Oh, they got a sleeper.
This week.
I mean, they've blown Auburn out too, though. It's not always, I think they've blown them out recently. I think.
Right. Well, and I tell you what else people don't realize with that new quarterback.
I think they were upset by them recently too, though.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's a dangerous game, and people need to really take heed to that. Especially if they make that young boy number 2 put it on the ground. It's going to be a different game, man. Those guys, they played against each other in high school. They know each other, and they're not intimidated by this game. They see what it is. I mean, look, we're looking at Alabama. I mean, they smoke jokers. I mean, they beat USC 52-6. Western Kentucky 38-10. And guess what? The tightest game I saw so far is Ole Miss 48-43. Wow.
Right.
So those teams, they're not afraid of Bama. And then LSU 10-0. They're not afraid of them.
Right.
That's what I say. And of course they killed Mississippi State, 51-3. But shoot, man, here's the thing: Alabama, though, once they get it together, and once you get those 2 weeks with bowl practice, they're gonna be straight.
Oh yeah.
I see how anybody's gonna beat them.
Right.
Right.
I think
it'll be a Big Ten team playing.
I still think
it'll be Michigan.
Or Ohio
State with them.
But,
I'm not gonna lie. I pick Michigan, and I still pick them to win the Big Ten.
Yeah, I think
they can do it.
Wow. In fact, I told somebody else that I was just talking trash. I said, "Well, Michigan's gonna win. They're not gonna win the Big Ten." I was like, "Listen,
wasn't there a possibility? I mean, I know. Don't get me wrong. I know Penn State, like we said, they have a shot. But wasn't there a possibility for Penn State? I know, depending on the scenario, finish co-Big Ten champs.
God, I guess a bunch of stuff would have to happen.
Hey, you had a hit.
Wait, you said co-Big Ten champ?
Yeah, I heard something about that.
I don't know how that would work.
With who?
I'm not sure.
Not unless I'm not sure. I thought you just straight up had to win.
Well, right now it's a 3-way tie with Ohio State and Michigan at 6-1, but that won't.
Well, they play one another.
That's going to change.
Yeah, that's definitely going to change.
That's this week, I think.
Sorry, Ohio State.
One of them is going to have 2 losses, definitely.
Yeah.
It's going to be Ohio State.
One of them is going to have 2 losses, and then obviously, we could still have one.
Right.
But then it goes back to your head-to-head.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I don't see us playing Michigan.
Yeah.
They have to play the other.
I guess it looks like the Ohio State Michigan game is going to decide if we can win out. That's going to be the
right. It's going
to be odd
to root for
Ohio State
for us to move ahead.
Well, but my question is, how in the world does Washington not only drop, man? I mean, come on, they're 6. Are you serious? How? I mean, none of them drop, and then Washington doesn't drop. Come on, man. Somebody tell me that one, man. Wow. Oof. Man.
Hey, they take that money or something.
Yeah, you see what I mean? He knows. And when we didn't have this system before, Penn State's another one, man. They'll say, man, you get them to a college football playoff, and I guess that's what I was asking too. Is like, well, what if the impossible happens, and they got there some kind of way? Man, I mean, Jimmy, do you think that would be good for us, man, or do we go in there and get shellacked? Would be good for the program?
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, let me ask. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Jimmy. Go ahead. I wanted to ask you guys a question about the game. I'll do it after you guys get done.
Me personally, I think because we have such a young squad, I think any success that we have right now is great for us, great for recruiting, great for the program, and so on. After what we endured, I think is just necessary right now. I think we have to have success. We have to have, showing. We have to have the guys out there having fun and being successful, winning and so on. If we're able to win the Big Ten with such a young squad and so on, it's just something to build on. And even if we don't win the Big Ten and so on, and I mean, I'm not saying that we have to lose the last few games and not like that. But let's say we take a loss. We still have something great to build on. I think we still have week after week to where we had, national televised games where Penn State has showed up and performed and so on and had and started working towards, our respect. Birdman said put some respect on his name. So it's like I think that's happening right now. Just where we're in a position where people are saying, all right, well, when you say Penn State now, we're not thinking about stupid crap and stuff from sanctions or different stuff from the past. We're thinking about how they're playing right now, the night game, and people are excited right now. Like, weekly now, people can't wait to actually see what's going to happen, Penn State fans and so on. It's like
you see the different arguments and so on. You know, for a while, you know, guys was hanging their heads and so on. You know, and even when they were playing well, so even when we had O'Brien and stuff, it still was a lot of controversial issues and stuff that was going on around us, to where even when they had successful, you couldn't be proud about it because something might get thrown in your face. Okay, well, y'all won that, but what about this? You know, so it's just a because even like, you know, like this past weekend, you know, I know I was talking about Penn State and, you know, happy about the boys playing ball, and all of a sudden Mike McQuarrie's name came up and payout and settlements and all that stuff. Like when did it stop?
Knock it off, you know what I mean?
But understand this, I didn't even know it. It was just like, I was like, oh my God, you know, but it's just a moment where it can't, you know, guys go there and get that. I mean, I'm talking about kids now. I'm not speaking in terms of us. I understand what happened in the past and so on, but right now, you know, that's behind us. That's the past. Those guys don't have anything to do with that. None of those coaches have anything to do with that. Let them have their moment. You understand? Let them have their moment. They're going out there, they're playing ball and so on, whatever. You know, and that's what my response was. It's like, well, you know, they playing well, but you know, they just took a loss because of McQuarrie and this and so. I was like, man, what they got to do with them playing ball and how they playing right now.
Nothing.
You know, that has nothing to do with how they playing ball. They play well. They continue to play well, and I just want them to continue to grow from where they are with such a young team. I just think the future is bright, and I love what Coach Franklin and the staff is doing.
Love it.
Well said, Jimmy.
Love it.
Definitely.
You're right on that. So what's the question, man?
Yeah, so this was you know, with the Indiana game, just talking with some of the fans, you know, and this was, I felt, the first game where the fans were they had issues with the offensive play calling. You know, I guess with Barkley with his carries. Did you guys feel anything with that there was a difference, or that did you guys feel anything like that?
Let me say something. Listen, again, I think we talked about this earlier. I mean, come on, man. If you don't have your top dogs in there and they can't block the people in front of it don't matter what play you call. And that's what's happening. That read option wasn't going to work because my dude was getting jacked up in the backfield. I mean, he was wrestling the guy and hold the daggone guy every play. But what read option is there if you get knocked in the – that's how we started off at first until, you know, Gaia started giving a hand to the guard, you know. Like I said, some of the people hadn't played in a while, Derek Downey and then the other kid came in that hardly ever played. There was another kid that played, I forgot his name. He didn't play at all at guard, and all of a sudden he's in. So guess what? He's doing okay, and it was his opportunity. But I think, as you saw as the game went on, we got the tough yards. You know, you got to settle down on who your front five are going to be. Because if we can get who our front five is, Brian Gaia, the center, is the only lineman that started in every game. And man, guess what? You know, the fact that we were able to roll up 200 and 300 yards rushing, and then you got McSorley, who also fought through some injuries and was not able to do exactly what he was supposed to do until the end. I mean, you saw him. You know, one thing these kids prove is that they're tough. The play calling, we're going to have questions about it. And I think, like Skip said, hey, sometimes we were a little bit too, as Joe would call it, fat-headed, maybe trying to go big. But you know what? We got some of the best receivers in the country. And if you got a chance to feel and beat them, and you always have a chance, well, that's where you stretch the defense. You know, so I would disagree with that assessment, that bogus assessment that somebody put out there.
Yaacov. No, see,
not you. I'm talking about for the fans, not Yaacov.
Well, yeah, I know.
I know. I just want to make sure he don't think I know Jimmy knows I'm messing with him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I know. But my thought was, you know, I just thought it was interesting because, you know, we still scored the points. You know, obviously it was a second quarter, but I mean, second half we got 31 in the last 16 minutes. But you know, it was just interesting that, you know, it just seems like what they're saying is not that you know, we didn't get the plays, but I feel like that expectation has already been set. You know, like at the beginning of the season, we would have been happy with that win. You know what I mean? Like we wouldn't have said like, well, the play call, like we wouldn't be like complaining. Like we never complained about a win in the beginning of the season. You know, it didn't matter if we beat Temple. You know, but now it's like we beat Ohio State. You know, we did what we did against Iowa, and now it seems like what the fans now are like, all of a sudden, like, you know, starting to get picky now. You know, we weren't picky at the beginning of the season, but now we want to talk about play calling. You know, so I just thought that was interesting. That was the first time that I've heard that. So that kind of gave me indication that the fans believe now, and now they're kind of nitpicking at different things. Whereas in the beginning of the season, we were just thankful for a win, and we didn't really care.
Yeah, expectation.
I thought that was interesting.
Go ahead, Jimmy. Look at you.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you good. I wasn't saying anything.
Okay, well, my thing is, again, people aren't looking at the whole picture when you start taking a look at what you have. All of our success, and a lot of it comes from that read option, you know. And then coming off the bench, you know, you got Tommy Stevens coming off the bench. You know, and again, let me just say it again, down 4 offensive tackles, possibly now maybe even another guard that's just not going to play, you know. So my thing is, you know, it's like, what else do people want? You know what I mean? We don't use a fullback. We've used a tight end. In fact, we've used Jasicki a lot more than we've ever used him. And Jasicki's another person that got hurt, came back in the ball game, and the other kid, number 89, he's getting it done, and they don't know what's even happening. So when we start talking about play call, I guess I want to know what other people are talking about. You know, I mean, football's changed, I suppose. Hey, when you get to the 1 yard line, I can't stand it that people are in the shotgun at the 1 yard line. I hate that. But guess what? Football's different. What can you say? You know, and the offense is still based on a number of things. But, you know, there's going to be, let me tell you something, as all you know, it's going to be a team's time sometimes to have your number that day. You know, and I got to give Indiana credit. Them dudes had our number on that read option that day for the most part. You know, they didn't get up a whole lot of long runs. They contained it. And where the difference was, and people have got to look at this, everybody looks at all kind of statistics. And anybody look at the fact that we didn't fumble last week? Not once. And Indiana fumbled 5 times. Who's going to win that game? Yeah, of course. So that's what people need to focus on. Play calling, yeah. There's always, with us, and we know how it is, man, we always get on people. It don't matter who it is, you know. And everybody thinks they can do a better job of play calling. But the fans, I don't know what you're saying. I think what Jimmy's saying is I'm not too thrilled about the way we won all the time either. However, it's about getting it done. And getting it done is going to be important. So because we're getting it done, I think that there's a lot less to criticize. That, like Jimmy said, getting into, if we're able to get into the top 5, look at how the program is just going to blow up. I mean, it's already going to blow up, like Jimmy said. So we win this game, and like the cornerback was saying, number 1, he said, "Listen, we got to play Rutgers, and that's all we know." Well, that's it. Get in there, play Rutgers, go smack them around, and keep it moving. You know, and don't make mistakes, and play like you're trying to play and get into the national championship game. Now, they don't know what that means, and yeah, I guess Jimmy is probably the same thing on defense. I mean, I have no idea. What was it at the end that we started? I mean, number 34, he was killing us for a while, but what did we do on defense? We must have made some adjustment where they weren't doing it again. And that quarterback, I know you were saying, you know, you thought he was 21 was good, but you said you weren't as impressed with him. I couldn't understand what you were saying because I thought he was good. I was like, well, look at that arm. But then he didn't make the play he needed to make at the end of the game. So what do you say? Was that play calling or is that just him? That's a hard thing. We just shouldn't get to the point where we're deciding that this is what the story is and all, and we gotta just worry. They just gotta worry about getting W's, man. The fans have got to be better than that.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
We have a couple of seconds here. We have a legal ID break coming up here.
So you're listening
to Live
on
the Forever Live. Your ID?
On the track, even 1/100th of a second decides who wins and who loses. That's why Bridgestone uses advanced racing technology to create their fastest street-legal replacement tire yet. The new Bridgestone Potenza RE71R. Engineered with an innovative hydro-evacuation surface and unique tread compounds, the new Potenza RE71R is designed to give you maximum grip and ultimate cornering on or off the track. Bridgestone is changing the game in tire performance. Cancer is the #1 cause of death by disease for children in the U.S. today. Since the Austin Hatcher Foundation's birth in 2006, it has grown to provide unique programs to help the children and the families affected by pediatric cancer. Support begins at the time of diagnosis and continues throughout survivorship at no cost to families. Lives touched by the foundation continue to rise each day, but we need your help. Donate, volunteer, or partner with the Austin Hatcher Foundation. Learn how you can get involved. Visit hatcherfoundation.org for more information.
You're listening to the voice of Center County, where local news, sports, and weather is what matters to us. 970 AM WBLF, Bellefonte State College.
And we're back.
Hey, we're back to the live.
The only network
about players to the fans.
Big Dude Stephen
Davis, Nicola Israel, and Nicola Jimmy Kennedy's not going to play football. Wrapping our show up here shortly tonight, folks. It's been a lot of fun, and each week we're technologically challenged, but we somehow to make it through.
So thanks for everybody
being patient with us out there as we suffer through these technical difficulties. But
if it's
not a phone line, it's a cell phone we use to do it at the same time, but it all works.
So we're thankful. And it's a week of Thanksgiving
coming up here.
We have a lot to be thankful about. Penn State's having a good season. And we have some challenges ahead. And we want to get in our picks here. So this ought to be a lot of fun. Towards the end. It's not going to be easy.
Big Dude, you going first, Big Dude.
Don't think about it too much.
Here we go.
That was last week.
Kicking things
off. This ought to be a lot of fun here.
I kind of
set these up by
kickoff times
as we do these. And we always pick Penn State last.
But here we go.
12 o'clock kickoff.
Ohio State
at Michigan State. Michigan State coming off that big win last week.
I think they're going to do.
Ohio State.
I had to follow through with that. Ohio State.
Oh, good. You don't want the Michigan State?
Well, never happened. Never.
Huh? I thought you wanted Michigan State.
Only way I root for Michigan
you
State is they got
Illinois.
Ducky running the ball.
You picked to beat Illinois.
It's at Michigan State.
Michigan State.
Hey,
no.
you
playing on real
grass.
Won't happen. Make your pick, Yaacov.
Hey, you didn't want to keep up with them, man. You picked them to beat my team, Illinois. Oh, man. Okay.
Sorry. I got everybody on script man.
You know I gotta get on you, Jimbo.
No.
I ain't mad at you.
That's all right. Well, here's
a real good game next coming up.
You know, we got Iowa
at Illinois.
There you go. Iowa at
Illinois. 12 o'clock kickoff.
Hey, Yaacov, what up? Iowa and Illinois, bro. Who you want?
Iowa was on a roll.
Iowa just beat Michigan. I'm going with Iowa.
Got to.
What? Do you hear yourself? Iowa. You ain't going with the home team, bro? Hey, I didn't go with them last week. You want to have faith, and that's what kept me up. No love for Lovey? Come on, man. Lovey got some love against Michigan State. No lovey-dovey for Lovey?
I'm sorry,
yeah, that's the home team. Well, I got everybody.
I'm gonna let you pick Lovey this week.
I'm not picking Lovey.
All right. That one's a
done deal.
Okay, Maryland
at Nebraska. Yeah, they both got beat 62-3, right?
So what was that one, Skip?
Maryland and
Nebraska. Oh, I think you got to go with Nebraska, man.
I'm going with Nebraska. That defense still going to play good versus Maryland.
Yeah, and the quarterback got hurt. Who said the quarterback got hurt again? One of y'all mentioned.
He always get hurt. Yeah, I said that.
Perry, he is Perry Hill or Peyton Hill. Well, when that kid Givens, man, I think he hit him hard, man. He came old school. He started jumping over piles and skipping that radio show. That guy from Maryland, man. And you were on that show, Jimmy. The dude was giving him way too much love, man. I'm like, yeah, who is this guy, man? State champion wrestler? So what? That's good.
Well, everybody down
from Nebraska, please correct me if anybody has a different.
Yeah, I could almost fill it out for everybody, but everybody needs to give a comment. But we got. And by the way, you're not picking Maryland, are you? No. Okay. All right. Wisconsin at Purdue. Yeah, Purdue. Wisconsin's number 7, and we just got to give Wisconsin that type of respect, regardless of whether they get anything done or not. They're good. They're gonna be fine. Wisconsin's a good football team. Oh yeah. Yeah. So we're wasting time.
I'm gonna go Wisconsin, but I would be interested to see if, because of that atmosphere at Purdue, how you go from 100,000 to 45. I wonder if Wisconsin will go in there and start to dominate out the gate, because Penn State was in there and was tied. We were tied with them at halftime. So
but that's just different teams.
When we went to Purdue. So
we took their best shot though. That's it.
And remember, Purdue was tied with Nebraska at halftime before us. Remember that with Purdue.
Yeah, no, they don't got what happened.
So are you going for the upset? That's the question. Now you got to get off the fence.
I'm just saying Purdue has played well at home. In the first half, I can say that. In the first half, they played well at home. I was just saying, I would be curious to see how that game goes in the first half. If they can still play that way, and can they play a second half? So,
well, yeah, they might lose like 61-25. But
don't worry, Yaacov. 44 points gonna be scored in the second half.
Yeah. Well, Yaacov, unless you're big enough to put that on the table, man, I can't be mad at you if you pick that as your upset special. I mean, you couldn't be mad at you at all.
I'm not going there, but I'm just saying that game, I would be curious to see that. If they play well in the first half, can they finish in the second half? But that could be upset. That could be.
Well, you gotta be bold enough to pick it. Come on, cuz.
Go ahead, man. I'm not gonna pick it, but
come on, man.
I will.
Well, next game then.
Okay.
Next game then. He's good.
All right, let's go next
Okay.
Now,
can Indiana come off the loss to Penn State and actually knock off number 3 Michigan?
Never.
No.
Never. No. I can't believe you asked the question.
Well, I
have to try to make it.
It was cute though. It was real cute.
Wow, this is a tough group, man. This is a tough group.
Ray, this is so easy. I could have filled this all out. I kind of know what everybody's thinking on this anyway.
Wow.
But here we go. Another
3:30 kickoff. Northwestern at Minnesota. That's an interesting game.
That's a good one. Ooh. Northwestern at Minnesota.
Yeah. I think. I mean, I don't know nothing else. I think it might be time for Minnesota to pull. Northwestern is inconsistent, man. This is my upset special. I'm taking Minnesota. I'm with you, big dude, on that.
I'm with you on that.
You picking Minnesota over Northwestern?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm picking Minnesota over Northwestern.
It's at Minnesota.
That's at Minnesota.
That's at Minnesota.
Wow.
I'm around with that. I think that could happen because, like you said, I see Northwestern's defense playing solid. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. But I think Minnesota is going to have too much for them. I think Minnesota by three.
Oh,
okay.
I think I gotta go. I think we might miss each other on this one.
You picking Northwestern?
You picking Northwestern?
Yeah, I think this is how I see it right now. This is how I see it. I see Minnesota. I see Minnesota's power game is not as strong as it was at the beginning of the season because they're banged up a little bit. And I see Northwestern trying to spread them out and potentially damaging them. So I'm going to go with Northwestern.
Okay, I got you
down for that. If you want to go to the game, tickets are cheap. They're only $26.
Wow!
Oh no! You guys want to get a laugh?
You want to get a laugh?
You want to get a laugh? You know who has the tickets? The cheapest tickets in the Big Ten for this week.
And right now
there's 1,700 plus tickets available for it. The Iowa Illinois game tickets are going for $9.
Wow. That's got to be
$9, man.
You click on and buy it.
I'm jumping single digits, man. Come on, man. You see
that?
Now,
contract that.
I know semi-pro football games. I know semi-pro football games that are $10.
Yeah, there you go.
If you look it up on the ESPN website, there's 1,740 tickets left. They're selling for $9.
Crazy.
That's just flat out wrong.
Even the Wisconsin game only going for 20.
Less than 1,000.
756 left.
And at
Michigan still has over 3,000 tickets left. Now they're going for 50.
Big difference. But even at
Minnesota, they're $26.
Now, who do you think?
Has the most expensive in the Big Ten this week?
Our last pick.
Yes.
Ohio State, Michigan State.
No, they're only
$14. There's over 5,000 tickets left.
$14
Are there tickets left for Penn State Rutgers?
Yes, there are.
Yes,
382
tickets left.
Starting at
$91.
The most
The
expensive.
most expensive in college football in the Big Ten.
Who has the highest ticket?
We do.
Rutgers,
Penn State.
Rutgers going toward New York, man. You got to know that.
Yeah, look at the market.
Look at the market.
And look at some
sold out. They have the fewest tickets left too. 382.
And I'll bet you 65% Penn State fans. I'll bet.
Oh, you bet.
You know it.
It'll be a good game.
Wow.
Speaking
of which, what's our pick?
Penn State.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're all
on that. Now the question is going to be,
what's the score
going to be? Now,
I'm going to jump out first with this one.
I think Penn State's going to get 21, and it'll be like a 21-14 game because Penn State got some quality with that offense, with some the guys being down and out. And in fact, I think we could even see a defensive touchdown. But the offense will get a couple points on the board, but it's going to be a struggle all game.
No, man, you're talking about 38-7, man. I mean, Rutgers again.
I was about to say 32-13 Penn State or 32-17 Penn State.
Which do you want?
That.
They'll go
touchdown. I was thinking Coach Franklin made a comment that I thought was interesting. He was talking about how Rutgers' prior coaching staff, it was two staffs that they had that ran a power scheme, and this staff they came in, they're running a spread scheme, but they still have personnel from a power scheme. They don't fully have their personnel aligned with their scheme, and he said he felt that's why they were struggling. So I thought that was a good point, you know, and he was talking about how he went to the spread scheme with Penn State because he felt like we didn't have the strong line to run the power scheme, and he felt like, you know, this was more geared to the personnel we had. So he was just describing that with Rutgers. So I'm gonna go with, you know, I'm with you on about 2 scores, Jimmy. I think about Rutgers. I would say two to 3 scores. So let me go 19 for Rutgers, and I'm gonna go. I go 38 Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now,
38-19.
Mind me asking
you, Coach.
Where do you get the 19?
The 19.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know I love you, boy.
We get that. We didn't actually look at the scores from last week because I thought I was pretty close.
No.
Let's see.
No. Yeah.
Yaacov,
43-19.
Huh?
No, Yaacov picked 43-19.
Okay, 43. No, I was right on with the Penn State though. What was Penn State?
Tell me, I just want to know about Rutgers this week with the 19.
How did they get that?
How did they get the 19?
Yeah.
Well, it's basically not 3 scores and not 2 scores, so they'll get a little bit. They won't get. I'm saying they won't get 3 touchdowns, but they'll get 3 scores.
All right, so they're gonna get 2 touchdowns, right? 14 plus a field goal, 17 in the safety.
Yeah, maybe.
Jimmy, I need some trees.
I think they'll get more than 17, though. I think they'll get more than 17. I think they'll be like, you know, I mean, what, you want 20? I mean, 19 or 20.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying is, you know, Rutgers will be field goal you. I mean, listen, I'm gonna even put money on it that Rutgers goes down and scores first. All the adulation and craziness goes, and then they get freaked. Then they get freaked, man. Come on, man.
Yeah. I mean, they could do that, though. I mean, they might get a bunch of field goals. They could get a bunch of field goals. So, who knows? No.
All right, guys. It's always a blast.
So we got everything fixed.
So, you know, I have to get you guys. I have to get the blood pumping over here a little bit too. You know, with the scores.
Hey, one quick question, Coach. How'd your high school team make out?
We lost to Southern 49-0.
Okay.
To 0?
Yeah.
Hey, I blame the coaches.
Okay. I didn't mean to come out that way, buddy.
Let me help you get a better.
Nah, ain't no scenario.
Huh?
Ain't no scenario behind that. 0?
I'm gonna help you get a little bit more than the headline news.
Oh no.
All right. Well, we can leave. Go ahead, Skip. Go ahead.
Oh man, I'm That's
Is that for me? Is that for me? Is that for me or what?
Yo, 42-0.
49. 29 around?
Yeah. Well, how about this? How about you tell us how they got 29?
Day, folks.
Huh? Tell us how they got 29, and how about that?
Well, this is one thing I'll say, man, is we had no substitutes. We were injured to a point where, that's why I say with the injuries that Penn State's dealing with, I can definitely understand it. But we don't have the studs like they have. But we just didn't have any studs. Like we were shuffling guys that even we were trying to patch our team together, and we were. Last year, like I said, they won 3 games. This year they played 12 games. Last year they played 10 and they won 3. This year they played 12. So I don't think we were ready physically for all that.
I got you. That's what it comes down to. Small football and a small group, man. I tip my hat to you. It takes a huge commitment for a man like yourself to come out and give of yourself like that to help some kids out. That's awesome. And I know we're glad to have you back here all the time now. So it'll be quite a fun season here as we go.
Hey, you know what, Yaacov?
But the guys,
I'm not as soft as nice as Skip is.
Oh wow!
That's why you've been rooting for Illinois all year. You got the same team. I got you. No love to Yaacov.
No, we love you.
You got to give it up to the seniors, though. They got 7 wins this year, so you got to give it up. And the freshmen, they're coming in with 7 wins, so their expectations are, on the right track. So I definitely think.
Okay. Nah, you know me. I'm just joking.
And Southern Columbia won the state championship last year, and they're projected to win it again this year. That's the team we lost to. So they won the state championship last year, and they are ranked number 1 in the state right now to win it this year.
Wow.
Okay. So that's good.
Hats off
to my alma mater out there. State College is making the states.
They still are.
They're doing good ball, and they're playing Williamsport this week. They should be able to beat those guys, and looks like a nice run for them. They only lost 1 game this year, so hats off to the guys out there. Interesting team there for them. Not any particular one person stand out. Maybe a couple guys, but a team came together and played real well as a team. So glad to see them playing some good ball.
Well, it's been
they had a fun weekend.
Still the Stassi on the staff too.
Well, that's right.
Joe's done a great job. We usually get him in here for a show or two, but he's been tied up with the team this year. So glad to see him in there. We'll probably catch him on the sidelines.
Yeah, we got 1 game.
We got 1 game left, gentlemen. After Saturday.
Yeah, then we got to figure out where the bowl game.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Let's hope we get a win.
Let's hope we get a win this week.
We're gonna get a win, man. But the question is, are they gonna let us do a big bowl show, man? Are they gonna send us to the bowl? Now, I ain't playing, man. Send us there, make sure we're straight. Give me one of the big 4X chumpies that I can put on.
Hey,
come on, man. Let's go.
Let me see what we can come up with. Would it be nice if we could all head down to the bowl?
Yeah, man. Maybe Giant can send us.
You gotta, big dude. You gotta be honest, because you out by Jersey. Was there ever a day where you rooted where you was a Rutgers fan?
No.
Even living in Jersey?
No.
Never.
No.
Oh wow!
Because we're on a Christian station, it's heck no. He's been true blue all his life.
Wow.
Pretty much. Hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie. At one time, I like Notre Dame, and guess what? I followed Notre Dame because they were the big games. And all those games didn't make it on TV then. You know, some of those, I would look at the Penn State football story with George Paterno. Yeah, I remember that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to turn
things back over here to the
other station.
Dan is back up here on the regular radio guys, but it's been always a lot of fun. We'll give a recap next week. Let's go Penn State, and look forward to how we wind up here in these playoffs. It's going to be a blast.
Folks,
thank you so much for listening to us. And next week we're back here again for another Lions Live, and be a Thanksgiving week. And we'll actually have another Friday broadcast out at the Giant on the PA Sports Donahoe. It'll be a lot of fun.
On a
Black Friday. Oh yeah, can't wait.
Penn State
football game weekend for Michigan State. Oh boy.
I know the cold
weather's coming too.
Well, guess what? His brother will not be up there that weekend. I can tell you that.
That's nothing like
tea.
So, we're going to sign off. On behalf of
Big Dude, Stephen Davis, Yaacov, Israel, Timmy Kennedy, my name's Skip Wallace. You've been listening to Lions Live. The only network shows players for
you the fans.
This
has not been a podcast. This has not been
pre-recorded. Y'all stay safe. Safe travel.
Lord bless. We'll
catch you again next week.
Returning now to
regular program.
On Facebook and Instagram.
Hey, it's Dana. Don't forget, it's Michael Savage at 3 on News Talk 970 WBLF.
It's a line in the sand. On one side, your family. On the other, an uncertain world.
For over 140 years, more people have chosen ADT to help prevent crime than anyone else. Get ADT starting at just $28.99 a month.
Tested, trusted, proven ADT.
With 36-month contract for licensing and terms and conditions, visit ADT.com.
Hey, it's Alan Taylor. Are you looking for an opportunity to buy a franchise, one that you can really wrap your arms around? Crunch Fitness is really a great opportunity for you. Now, here's a fitness company that's about $10 a month to join. So even if you just want to join, it's a great deal. You want to check it out because I have been personally watching this company grow like crazy. Visit them online at crunchfranchise.com and be in business for yourself, but not by yourself, and have fun doing it.